tatanggapin natin itong pangkatiwalian nila at tingin pa nila bobo yata tayo, ang Pilipino. Ulitin ko yung sinabi ni PRRD, hindi ninyo kilala ang Pilipino.
Ang mga nagugutom na milyong-milyong Pilipino. At sabihin sa Pilipino na hindi po kayo mahirap kung ang ginagastos niyong pagkain sa isang kainan is 21 pesos.
At sana maganda ang party ninyo mamaya. Siguradong may party yan. Siguradong may fireworks yan. So, at yung pera ng bayan ang gagastos ni Lisa Araneta Marcos. So, magdiwang tayo, Pilipinas. Honestly, I wish I really had that much confidence in Secretary Abalos, but sad to say I don't. No, it's because of this paulit-ulit. No, this for me it's just an offshoot, a symptom of the Marcos dishonesty from day one, yung pambubudol sa Pilipino.
What's up mga kababayan? News that matters here. Dito sa video natin ngayon ay ating panonoorin o pagkikinggan sina Dr. Lorin Badoy mga kababayan. Bali-balita ngayon mga kababayan na itong si Alice Guo do Imono pinatakas ni FL Liza. Naku naman po. Dahil may kinalaman ito sa Pogo na pwedeng madiin papunta sa usapin kung sino ang utak ng operasyon ng Pogong isyung ito na walang iba kundi ang bangag na administrasyon di umano. Naku naman po. Dagdag pa rito mga kababayan na binutata nila Dr. Lorin itong si Abalos at mga kapulisan ng ating bansa sapagkat napagagamit sila ngayon sa bangag na administrasyon at hindi na para sa bayan o para sa tao ang kanilang paglilingkod kundi naglilingkod na lang sila para protektahan itong mga politiko na danid at mga kurap na walang ginawa kundi magkamkam ng kaba ng bayan at ilubog sa kahirapan ang sambayan ng Pilipino. Pero bago ang lahat mga kababayan, huwag niyo po sana kalimutang mag-like at subscribe para updated ka sa mga uploads ko araw-araw. At yun na nga no mga kababayan, bali-balita ngayon na kasama sa senatorial group election no sa partido ni Bongbong Marcos itong si Abalos. Tila'y tama nga no ang winiwika ng taong bayan na kaya puro pasikat ngayon at puro aksyon tong si Abalos may balak pala talagang tumakbo sa pagkasenado sa susunod na eleksyon. Ako naman po. Pero alam niyo naman mga kababayan na puro show off lang ito at walang na-accomplish na maayos sa mga kasong hinawakan niya. Mula kay Bantag, mula kay Alice Guo na ngayon nakalabas sa bansa, sa KOJC at marami pang iba. Kung kaya naman kayo na ang musga mga kababayan kung karapat-dapat itong si Abalos na maging senado o karapat-dapat na idigwak sapagkat puro pa preskon lamang ang nangyayari. At tila'y pinoprotektahan pa ang mga kamalian ng gobyerno ngayon na nasaan ang hair follicle test ni BBM. Huwag nyo naman pahalata na may niluluto kayo ngayon na babayaran ang mga doktor. Kung kaya naman hindi ko na patatagalin pa, heto na ang buong video.
And it seems like now, when I was watching that Senate hearing yesterday, officers talaga, high-ranking officers, lying no, in the Senate, in that hearing, very comfortably and over at pinanindigan pa nila. So that to me is an issue that we should be addressing. No? Yeah.
Ano yan pag magkanda ka ng checkpoint, has to be in a well-lighted area, properly identify yourself, do not ask people to step out of vehicles, just simply ask them to roll down the windows. Ganyan yan. Yung ginagawa nila yan na, it's plain and simple intimidation. You don't actually do that in actual setting naka full battle gear ka, naka-face mask ka, and then you conduct checkpoint, malay mo kung hindi pulis ang mga yun.
Also parang yung about Secretary Abalos, no, he did something that was really so cheap yesterday, no. He was reading the accusations about an innocent man. He read it and with so much drama, with so much flair. So that to me tells me a lot about his character, no, how he was just trying to score again political points. And this is not a man, even though he's a lawyer, he's not a man of the law. And it doesn't seem like justice and fairness really factor in this man's in his character. Nagsisiraan niya si pastor, na subjudice tuloy siya, 'di ba? So, yun yung nakikita ko kahapon na at saka parang Risa Ontiveros din, no, na with a straight face, very nicely they say it, but we know what they did in Davao, that he in fact was behind that excessive show of force, no. So, but again, we're God, he said what he said, and then we'll see, and we hope he delivers on that promise, no. Attorney, any thoughts about this KOJC, about the Marcos administration?
We're hoping that this kind of intimidation will no longer have a place in our in our country. But for me kasi the message still must resonate within the Philippine National Police kasi this is not the conduct of proper policemen. Hindi po ito yung institution na alam natin na hinahangaan natin. I will always reiterate, ang Philippine National Police, especially in the Cordilleras, is very well respected. Aabot ng 99% ang kanilang trust rating dyan. And that they are the most disciplined cops in the whole country. It's actually a source of pride.
Yeah,
So
yes.
this kind of happening, that it's just a blatant display and abuse of power, is not a reflection of the Philippine National Police.
Yes,
so we
I
keep
agree.
asking, the Philippine National Police to police your own self. At itanong nyo kung ito pa rin ba yung institution na hinahangaan ng mga Pilipino, especially ng mga Cordillerans, na respeto ng mga tao na nag-hope na they are the one protecting them, to serving in protecting them as the mandate and mantra of the Philippine National Police is.
Yeah, and a bunch of scalawags, no? Itong mga abusive na arrogant na all of them, all the police there, they were lying, no? In the face of a video evidence, no? This other police in Santiago was saying that there was no excessive force, etc. So just that group of lying police officers will not define and will not erase all the noble deeds of the policemen. That to me is the truth.
Nakakaya nga mga kababayan, no? Na dati, nung panahon ni Duterte, napakataas ng mga moral at integridad ng mga kapulisan natin. Pero anong nangyayari ngayon? Sila pa ang nangunguna sa pagsisinungaling at sa mga balita, nagbabalik na naman sa pagiging protektor ng mga bangag o mga adik sa ating bansa. Naku naman po, grabe naman talaga anong nangyayari sa administrasyon ni Marcos.
No, talagang totoong nagbigay at nag-alay ng buhay ang mga totoong kapulisan natin. And I think that's the what we're finding out right now, no? Kasi nakikita natin na maraming ipinipwersa sa atin, no? Itong si Risa Ontiveros, itong si Bongbong Marcos, itong mga tiwali sa gobyerno. Pero sa akin ang kagandahan dito, nabibigyan tayo ng pagkakataon bilang isang bansa na ipakita sa kanila at ipakita sa sarili natin kung sino tayo, papayag ba tayo? Kung ikaw ay kapulisan, papayag ka ba? Hindi ka ganyan, di ba? Ako alam ko hindi ako ganon. So tayo alam natin na hindi tayo ganon. So they are trying to force down a narrative on us that this is who the Filipino is. Tatanggapin natin itong pangkatiwalian nila at tingin pa nila bobo yata tayo ang Pilipino. Ulitin ko yung sinabi ni PRRD, hindi ninyo kilala ang Pilipino. No, so in closing, attorney, maybe you first.
Yeah. With what's happening, especially the Department of Foreign Affairs agreement with the US government, hindi ko alam kung ito ay may security clearance din from the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Is this the will of the AFP? Ito ba yung one way of protecting us? No? Wala man lang certain clarity. But for me kasi what I see right now is a decay of the institutions. No?
Yeah.
There's a decay of the institution, especially yung tinatawag ng pagbibigay ng ayuda. I have nothing against people receiving money from the government because it's their money in the first place. Pero that is just another way na tingnan natin a legalized way of vote buying, no? Kasi kitang-kita naman na it's for political purposes na kanyan yung mga posters ng mga politiko natin. The morals of our country is eroding.
Yeah.
And our institutions, no, the one that's supposed to be protecting us, the AFP and the PNP, we're being met with a lot of silence. Our institution like the Congress and the Senate, and we have the media who is being silent about all of this. So we see that
Or sucking up.
not just being silent, but trying to promote actively and positively what's being done to the people. So there's a lot of challenges that the Filipino people is going right now. But I hope and I know na with the statements of the Vice President na ginawa niya kahapon, we are now seeing a clear division that there is an agency or institution in our country that is still protecting the mandate, no, of the Filipino people, that is still protecting the values and morals of our country, na they will not take it sitting down na yung nangyayari sa atin, the politicization of the ayuda, the politicians of the powers of our country, of the Senate, for example, that she will not take it sitting down. So kahit papaano, there's a certain degree of assurance coming from the Office of the Vice President that something can be done and there's something that we can hope for.
Yan. Thank you, attorney. No? These are really interesting times, no? At saka yung sinabi ni attorney na marami tayong nakikita na na-erode ng mga institutions natin. Nakita natin that, for me, no, Congress is a failed institution, for instance, no? Puro mga magnanakaw. At saka walang prinsipyo. Siguro 5 na lang yata yung hindi, di ba? walang tumatayo at walang nagsasabi na
Narinig niyo yun mga kababayan? Mula kay Dr. Lorraine, no? Na puro na lang magnanakaw nga naman ang mga nauupo ngayon. Saan tayo pupulutin mga kababayan? Lalo na ang mga mahirap nating mamamayan. Talagang walang magandang bukas kapag nananatili itong korupsyon sa loob ng gobyerno.
bakit puro kayo ayuda, 'di ba? Kasi lahat sila nakikinabang. So nakikita ko na sa nangyayari sa Pilipinas, tayo ngayon ay dumadaan sa isang pagsubok bilang isang bansa. At pag sinabi kong bansa, ang Pilipino, taong bayan. Napapasalamat ako na nandyan ang Vice President at pinapakita niya sa atin, ganito yon, ganito yung mag-lead. Walang kaplastikan. We're going to blow the cover of all these liars, of all these mga magnanakaw. We're going to blow the cover because we love our country. And there's going to be so much chaos. We see it right now. There's so much chaos. Talagang ang gulo. But do you know that in physics, no, there's a rule in physics na out of chaos is the order. After ng chaos, you can rebuild. Therefore, yun yung gusto ko. Yun yung gusto ko na nakikita ko dito. So maraming salamat sa ating mga kababayan na lalo na lahat kayo na nagmamahal sa Pilipinas. Dumadaan tayo sa pagsubok ngayon at sigurado ako kasi ang Pilipinas ay talagang duyan na manggigiting. Dumadaloy talaga sa dugo natin ay kabayanihan. So maraming salamat na nagtutulungan tayo ngayon dito para sa Pilipinas nating mahal. So,
Also, salamat kay
yes.
Sas, no?
Ay, oo, si Sas. So, nawala na si Sas, pero, I'm also privileged to call Sas my friend, and she is my kasama sa trenches, no, like all of you. And hindi yan binabayaran, no? Walang kailangang bayaran. Kahit na sino sa amin sa pagsunod namin at pagsuporta sa mga Duterte, hindi lang sa mga Duterte, kundi sa lahat ng lingkod bayan. Katulad ng mga mayor, mga barangay captain, na totoong nagsisilbi sa taong bayan. Today pala is the birthday of the First Lady, Lisa Araneta Marcos. No, and the Daily Tribune and other dailies came out with this. First Lady, a mother's touch to the nation. This to me is what's so wrong about media these days because we know no, that this is Daily Tribune. Daily Tribune was the media, the newspaper outlet that took down the document of the PIDEA leaks. No, it was taken down, and then now they don't even talk about burning issues of the day. They don't say that there is a whistleblower named Cathy Binag who has implicated the First Lady, and that implication, that the allegation is so serious that the First Lady is a cocaine abuser and that she offered Cathy Binag cocaine, and not only that, Cathy Binag, the whistleblower, has said that the First Lady time and again offers cocaine to other people's children and that her children herself, her own children, are cocaine users. So this is the state of media these days, that they will not touch these important issues. And as we all know, malakas ang ugong-ugong na si First Lady mismo ay parte ng corruption sa Pilipinas, no? And this Daily Tribune is a suck up. This to me is what is so wrong about media these days, because they already have forgotten what the role of journalists are and what media's role is. It is to afflict the comfortable and to comfort the afflicted, no? And it is to run after the powerful abusers in our country and in the world, no? So that to me is what is so wrong about media, suck-ups.
Yeah.
And the one that owns this is Chingby and Willie Fernandez. What is wrong with you guys?
At
Mga bayaran.
magandang maligayang karawan po, Madam na First Lady, at hopefully sa araw-araw na buffet ng Malacanang,
Yeah.
isipin po natin ang mga Filipino na mga food poor na kumakain ng 3 times a day worth 21 pesos. So isipin po natin yan at ang mga nagugutom na milyong-milyong Pilipino. At sabihin sa Pilipino na hindi po kayo mahirap kung ang ginagastos niyong pagkain sa isang kainan is 21 pesos.
At sana maganda ang party ninyo mamaya. Siguradong may party yan. Siguradong may fireworks yan. So, at yung pera ng bayan ang gagastos ni
Correct.
Lisa Araneta Marcos. So, magdiwang tayo, Pilipinas. And right now, we're being joined by political activist and an international expert, an expert in international relations, Ms. Sas Roganda Sasot. Sas, good morning. Oh, you're naka-mute.
Good morning sa inyo dyan, sa SMNI at sa mga lahat ng nanonood ng Ginurgor na channel.
Yeah. Sas, can you show we just showed them the the Daily Tribune's front page greeting to the First Lady. And I'd like you to have a comment about it, if you will. A mother's touch daw to the nation. If your mother is what kaya? Mommy dearest.
Well, again, this is another suck-up newspaper, no? Na mother's touch to the nation. How? Where?
Yeah.
And hindi parang haven't we seen yung kanyang mga ginagawa, and is that even a mother's touch? I don't think that it is a mother's touch that you are ikaw yung nagmamando ng gobyerno, wala ka namang mandato.
Yeah.
Sabay.
Grabe yun mga kababayan. Panis si Liza dun. Oo nga naman, asawa lang siya ni BBM pero siya yung nagmamando ngayon sa loob ng gobyerno na pati itong mga nangyayaring smuggling, issue sa Pogo, may kinalaman di umano ito. Naku naman po talaga. At ito namang si BBM napakatakusa. Wala naman palang balak na magpaka-presidente sa ating bansa. Maglingkod, ba't niya pa hinayaan na makuyog ito ng kanyang asawa? Ngayon, buong Pilipinas ang nadadamay sa paglubog sa mga utang na nangyayari ngayon dahil sa pagdami ng mga kurakot na naupo ngayon. Grabe talaga.
Yeah, thank you, Sas. No? So, and her name has been connected to a lot of scandals in our country, no? From the smuggling, no? Smuggler, yung brother daw niya, and no one has responded to it, no? At saka yung sa PCSO daw, yes. Go ahead.
And the extraction,
yes,
no? Yung extraction ng mga anak ng kanyang kaibigan sa Turkey na sa kanilang nanay. So how's that a mother's touch?
Yeah. So
using ESAP, huh?
Which is part of the AFP, no? Someone who has no accountability to the Filipino people is meddling with in the governance of our country, and she even goes outside the country to speak to officials of, like, for instance, was it the UAE recently about economic matters for someone who's not accountable to the Filipino people. So this is the danger. And what's even more dangerous to me, no, apart from a first lady like that, no, is the silence. Nobody talks about it. And if they talk about it, it's with suck up the media like this of Ching Lee and Willie Fernandez, Daily Tribune. And for me, no, history will really make these people pay. Talagang history will judge them harshly. There was a time in history when you were needed to speak up, and instead this is what you did. So anyway, let's segue to another attorney, unless attorney wants to say something. Yes, go ahead, attorney.
Wala naman, parang what really is appalling to me and galing to me is ito na yung mga characters ng mga tao na to eh. For example, yung extraction sa Turkey, that's supposedly a national event deserving of national attention and national inquiry from our Senate or the lower house. Pero walang nangyayari. It just shows the moral character of our Congress, even the Senate for that matter, how they are lacking in moral courage, and that is very sad considering the state of our country. And we look at how it's happening today, no, yung parang we have here a first lady who is without a mandate from the people, yet acting as if she has all the mandate. Yet the people who have mandate, no, tahimik, no, grabe namang anong Tagalog ba ng walang tapang, mga duwag,
no, moral
mga
courage.
Duwag, yes.
Yeah.
No, mga duwag talaga kasi if you are comfortable with that kind of scenario, it means that you are comfortable with that kind of attitude. You're comfortable with that kind of morality. It means that you have the same kind of morality.
Yeah, so for me,
Correct.
this freak show of the Bongbong Marcos presidency, it has a lot of gifts to the Filipino people. And one of that for me is clarity. Pinapakita niya, no? I cannot help but think of the metaphor of me as a doctor telling my patient, you have third stage cancer and this is what's going to happen. This is your road. It's so masakit pakinggan, napakasakit pakinggan. But there is a way back. There is a way back. There is moral recovery. We already know we can at least find our way back to recovery and rebuilding our nation, because the Marcos presidency has showed us so many ills in our bureaucracy, in ourselves as a people, in media. Yung sinabi ni Attorney Bosantog. So alam na pala ng AFP na nagmedal ang First Lady sa ISAF. No? Something very serious. And yet you've been silent. What is this? Are you comfortable with it? Are you complicit with it? Diba? You approve of it? Diba? Kasi wala kaming naririnig dito. And what are we talking about? We're not talking about your promotions as whatever it is your ambitions are. We're talking about our country now.